Hey folks, welcome to day 168 of my year of solo board gaming. And yes, I know I said yesterday that that would be the last of the Sentinels game, but there's still 3 more villains to deal with and a lot more content. So I'm going to try to do a few more games of this. Also, since I've got it set up, I kind of don't want to break it down. Cleaned up this area a little bit. We're going up against Grand Overlord Voss, Conqueror Alien Warlord. Has 90 hit points to the start and has these gene-bound things that will come into play and basically are very much similar to the citizens of Citizen Dawn and the primeval limbs of Oshkosh, but they have much fewer hit points. With each one of these in play, Voss will have basically -2 to any damage. So right now he's got -6, which is insane. But if there's ever no G-bound cards in play, then we flip this card and we go to the other side, and I think we can actually do more damage there. If there are 10 or more villain targets at any point, the planet has become overrun by the Thrathian Army Guard, and Warlord Voss has conquered the Earth, so that would be bad. We're also playing with a character that I've not yet played with, which is Tempest, which is an alien weather controlling character. We're playing with the first appearance editions of Tachyon and Captain Cosmic. Now these are special versions of the card, and I'll show you the two for Tachyon, for example. And you'll see that this is like the regular one. This is slightly weaker, but also has a different power. In Tachyon's normal case, she can reveal the top card of the deck and then either play it or draw it, or either draw it or discard it. Or if she's using this one, she can draw one card, or if another hero can draw a card and then also play it. So that's a really cool power. Basically, is helping out everybody else, but she still is pretty badass on her own. And we are playing on the Wagner Mars base. I selected that one solely because I felt like if we were dealing with an alien overlord, we should have Cosmic, Alien, and Alien base. So that's pretty much my thinking on that. We're already starting off in the hole with 3 gene-bound cards. That's part of the setup, and that is based on the number of heroes. And then we're going to go ahead and do the start phase. Now, start phase here, if there are no gene-bound cards in play, that's not the case. And if there are 10 or more villain targets, that's not the case either. So that's it for the start phase. For our play card phase, it is a Thrathian. First Lieutenant Victor. This card deals the hero card with the most cards in play 3 energy damage. Each device card deals each hero target 1 enemy damage. So that is a dude that we would kind of want to take out quick. The problem is that because of these grunt guards here, basically everybody's getting -1 damage, which is really annoying. So our first priority is actually that dude. But now we go into the end phase for the villain. The end phase, this time, now all the villains kick in. First of all, what are these dudes? Bionauts deals the hero target with the lowest HP 3 toxic damage. Well, the lowest HP is going to be Tachyon and Tempest. I'm going to go ahead and apply it to Tachyon here. This does not have an end phase. This card deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 projectile damage. So that is going to be Captain Cosmic. And then finally, this character deals the hero card with the most cards in play 3 energy damage. Each device card deals each hero target 1 energy damage. We don't have any device cards in play, but we do have to worry about this 3 damage. It's going to go to whoever's got the most cards in play. Since nobody has any cards in play, we'll go ahead and select Tempest because the other 2 have already gotten some damage. And that ends the villain phase. So now we go on to the Tachyon phase, or we go on to Tachyon's turn. And one thing I brought up yesterday, I wasn't sure if I was using Haka's power correctly, and I'm sure if you watched that video, you could probably find some instances of me screwing it up. But one thing I was correct about, Haka had a power that he could use once per turn. However, when the villain goes, that's a turn. When this hero goes, that's a turn. When this hero goes, that's a turn. And when this hero goes, that's a turn. So Haka can go on every single one of these turns with their power, and that's still valid. That's in turn as well with the environment. So that is something to keep in mind. So I probably did make mistakes, but I think I was correct. All right, so taking a look at We have Lightspeed Barrage, which I really want to hold on to because that is going to be really helpful. Blinding Speed is really not that helpful. Pushing the limits would allow me to, at one point, do 1 target, 3 melee damage, and does not feel worth it. But I do get to draw an additional card, and for every turn I leave this active, I will get 2 fixed fire damage, but I'll also be able to draw and play and draw an additional card. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do Expedited Efficiency. This is draw 1 card and then play up to 2 cards. And then I've got Fleet on foot, so I'm going to do that immediately. Each hero may draw 1 card and you may play 1 card. So I still have 2 more cards to play, and each hero gets to draw a card. HUD Goggles. I'm going to definitely play that. Damage dealt by Tachyon is irreducible, which means that any damage she does goes directly to that character. However, I do still have 2 more cards to play because this allows me to play 1 more card as well. So, as usual, she just does an amazing job with everything. I'm going to go ahead and play this one shot because it's not going to do me any good right now and might be a bit of a waste. I still have 1 more card that I can play. If I do play this ongoing limited one, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Because it allows me to play 1 additional card. And it has a power. So I am now actually going to go ahead and use Lightspeed Barrage. Now that actually wipes me out in terms of cards. But 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be 4 damage, which is not insignificant. And because it's irreducible, it's going to hit this dude over here for 4 damage total. Now, that might seem like a waste because Lightning Speed Barrage can get up to a lot of points, but I think early on in the game, I'm okay with it going in now. Plus, we now shuffle the trash back into the deck. So, the big disadvantage here is that there's a Lightspeed. I think there are 2 Lightspeed Barrages in here. I think total. So we've still got the opportunity to get another one, but we can now use a power. Now, what I could do is 1 of 2 things. I could use the power over here. That's going to deal 1 target, 3 melee damage, and would take this target out, which would be really good. I could also not use this power, draw an additional card during the draw phase, and use this power over here where 1 hero may draw a card and then play a card. And I have a reason that I want to do that, and that is because Captain Cosmic needs a construct because of their ability this time around. But I think we've got one here. We've got the Dynamic Siphon. So my feeling is, yeah, because of the draw card thing that happened as part of her play, he's now got a construct, and we're going to keep it that way. We're going to use the power over here. Tachyon deals 1 target, 3 melee damage, and that is going to take out Mr. Poopy Pants here, the Grunt Guard. Which is good because it takes away the threat damage threshold that the others have. Voss is still at -6. That is something I'm going to try to remember to do as I go along, but it is difficult to remember at times how much anyone has in terms of damage. And now we destroy this card as part of the text on it, and then we draw 1 card at the end. So this is good. This is Tachyon deals up to X target 3 targets. X targets 3 sonic damage, where X is the number of cards in your trash. That'll be actually really good. And you'll notice that because the damage was irreducible, it didn't matter any of the damage that was on there. It just worked. All right, so Captain Cosmic is going to get to go. Captain Cosmic is going to go ahead and play a construct for reasons that will become apparent shortly. Play this card next to a hero character. They gain this reaction. Reaction, use 1 power. So that means that if Conflicts gets hit, I will be able to use a power. I cannot do it multiple times in the same turn, but I can react in the environment round and that as well in the villain round. And that's it. So I can play 1 card. I then get to play a power, and my only power right now is one construct card in play regains 3 HP, which in this case it's not going to matter. Then deals one target for melee damage. Well, I'm definitely going to focus. I think what I want to do is I want to focus on... Oh, I forgot to take the energy damage. Oh, no, that's right, because there were no devices in play. This dude is going to do a lot of damage, but I'm not sure I can actually take him out. Part of me wants to go ahead and take out one of the other smaller ones. It'll be 4 melee damage, and let me take a look at what I can do over here. So I've got a Lightning Slash, which is a one-shot where I can discover one weather card and do one target X lightning damage, where X is the number of weather cards in play plus 1. Now that's going to be helpful once I've got other items in play. I like this power where I would be able to destroy one weather card if after dealing one target 3 irreducible lightning damage, but I think that that's probably going to be helpful. This one shot here, this alien weather patterns, would be helpful as well. This is Discover 3. Rolling Fog would allow me to destroy up to 2 targets with 2 or fewer HP. Draw 1 card for each target destroyed this way. Now the advantage here is that if I can get one of these down to 2, that would be very helpful. And this will come in the end phase. So I've already gotten one other card played, and I've gotten one other card. Yeah, I think I see what I'm going to do. I've also got this Thunderclap here, which will do 3 lightning damage. So what I'm thinking here is that if I do the 4 damage to here, that's going to bring him down to 5. I can then play this ongoing weather card. That would do this card 3 more damage. And then... how was I going to do this? No, because then I'd have to play a second card. So that is not going to work. I get to do 1 projectile damage. That won't affect this card because it's immune to projectile damage. That would bring this down. It would almost kill it, but not quite. And over here, we're going to do 4 melee damage. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 4 melee damage. I'm going to do it on this Bionauts over here, just so we can get rid of it. It is going to do... my concern is that it's going to do toxic damage to the thing with the lowest HP. That'll be this Dynamic Siphon. And then... that's going to do 2 projectile damage. And that's going to do 1 energy damage. So it'll almost wipe it out. It will actually come back, though. So maybe I will take out... no, I don't think it's going to make a difference. We're just going to go ahead and do... we're going to do Ongoing Weather. After this card is played, Tempest deals 1 target 3 lightning damage. That will take out this little grunt dude here, the Bionauts. When this card is destroyed, Tempest deals up to 3 targets 2 sonic damage each. Can't really do anything about that now. And now I get to use a power, so I get to deal each non-hero target 1 projectile damage. Well, that's not going to affect this dude over here, but it will affect this dude. So that probably was not the right way to play this. I should have thought about that. And then we draw a card. Another Lightning Slash. All right, now we go on to the environment phase. I have no idea what this environment is like. Decompression Protocol, ongoing. All targets are immune to damage. That's interesting. On each hero start phase, the hero may skip to their draw phase. If they do, destroy this card. And then we can also... that's kind of interesting. Basically, nobody's going to do any damage until one of my heroes decides to go to a... that's interesting. Okay, so the start phase doesn't activate because the way that the order goes is start phase, play phase, draw phase, or end phase in the case of the environment. So because of that, we're actually not kicking in the environmental card yet. And I'm just going to make sure of that because I'd hate to. If that's not the case, then I've done 4 straight games incorrectly. Yeah, environment turn is start phase and play phase, end phase. So play phase comes out because we played this. We have the start phase that will kick in the next round, but even then, the start phase is if there are 2 more dome cards in play, destroy this card. So we don't have to worry about that. So over here, we're going to go to the start phase. Nothing's going to happen here. We do get to take away 2 more of these, which is nice. And then we play one of these. This is a device, Therathian Conquering Fleet, 20 HP. Holy cow. Oh my lord, this is awful. This is absolutely awful. All right. So now we go into the end phase. We have to deal the hero with the highest HP 2 projectile damage. That'll be our buddy over here. Whoever's got the most cards in play, it's kind of tied. They'll get dealt 3 energy damage. I think Tachyon will take it. Each device card deals each hero target 1 energy damage. Well, there's a device card now. So that's going to drop that down to 20, 23, 22, and 1 more for the construct. And then each hero target 2 fire damage. So the device will take 2 more damage, and then we'll go down to 18. I'm an idiot. Nobody's taking any damage this round. I'm a doofus. So I was at 26 over here. I was at what, 20 over here? And I think I was at 23 over here. I think that's right. I'm an idiot. I forgot that I'm not taking any damage. All right, so, however, we do this last thing. Destroy 2 H-2 hero ongoing and or item cards. So I have to destroy 1 item card or ongoing card. And the thing that sucks here is that I can destroy this ongoing weather card, but then the destruction part of it doesn't end up doing any damage. I think I'm going to destroy the HUD goggles over here, which still kind of sucks, but she's not going to be able to do much anyway. But that is the end of the villain phase. I think I did that right. I'm hoping I did that right. All right, so we're going to go over here to Tachyon. On each hero's start phase, that hero may skip to their draw phase if they do destroy this card. So really, I've got 1 card here. I'm just going to go straight to the draw phase so that we can destroy this card and now not have to worry about melee damage. So now I can actually do damage. So first thing that we're going to do is we are going to... And because there was no damage here, there's no reaction. So that is something to keep in mind. There's nothing here for the start phase. I think I'm going to go ahead and deal 3, 1 target, 3 energy damage. We're going to target the lieutenant here. Actually, this should be even 2 less because it's for gene bound, not for any card. So there's only 1 gene bound left in play. Part of me is thinking that maybe I should just go ahead and get that last gene bound dude flipped. No, I kind of want to keep him over here and then just continue to rope-a-dope over here. So we're going to deal 3 energy damage here. That's going to be 4 total. I can now activate a power. I get to restore 3 HP, which I don't need to worry about, and then do 4 melee damage. So I'm going to replace one of these with a 5, and because that's going to bring it up to 8. They're at 8 right now. And then I draw. All right, and over here for Tempest, they get to play a card first. Oh, during the start phase, I may destroy this card. It's going to do up to 3 targets, 2 Sonic cards each. They should have 2. There should be 2 up here. Sorry. Constantly messing that one up. In addition, Atlantean Stormblade allows me to do 3 irreducible lightning damage, then destroy 1 weather card, but that requires some weather cards. So I'm going to do this one shot, and I'm not going to destroy this yet. You may shuffle your trash into your deck. There's no deck yet. Trash yet. But 3 weather cards, so we're going to look for 3 weathers. There's 2, and there's 3. All right. So then we'll do a quick shuffle anyway. I feel like that might not have been well shuffled. These weathers are, each character regains 2 HP, which I feel like would be very helpful soon. And then it's another Electrical Storm and Rolling Fog, both of which I think I already have. All right, so that was my play. For my power, I'm going to deal each hero target 1 projectile damage. Won't do anything to Voss, but it will hit the advanced soldiers, it will take out the lieutenant, and it will do 1 to the device. So that dude is dead. And while it may seem more important to do over here, because that's going to keep destroying devices, I think that's probably for the best. Actually, no, because that is going to get destroyed this time round, isn't it? That's stupid. Oxygen leak, 1 shot. The 3 targets with the highest HP deal themselves 3 fixed toxic damage, destroy 1 dome card. Well, Voss has the most HP, and since it can't be reduced, because it's fixed, he's going to go down to 87. Next down would be our good friend Conflux, so that'll go down 3. And then over here, he'll go down to 20. Now, he can trigger his reaction since he just got damaged. And that is to use 1 power, which allows him to deal 1 target 4 melee damage. So I will focus on the ship, because again, I kind of don't want to flip over Voss quite yet without getting rid of this device here. Actually, it might not be a bad thing. Get him flipped over now. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and target. We're going to target the advanced soldiers over here. It's not going to completely wipe them out, which means he's not going to flip. So yeah, we are going to target them. We are going to target. Sorry. All right, and then that gets destroyed. There are no dome cards in play, so we can't do anything about that. Let's go move these over here. So the villain phase, start phase, there is still 1 gene bound left, and there are not more than 10 villain targets. So we go on to the play phase. Thorathian. Field Marshal Tamar. That is basically going to use gene-bound cards to our disadvantage. All right, so the hero with the highest HP takes 2 projectile damage. That will be this dude. However, he does get to react, so that'll be, unfortunately, not heal anything. But we do get to do 4 damage to something, so we'll do the ship, I think. Continue to pummel that. Now he can only use his reaction once during each turn, so that's it for reactions. This card deals each hero 2 fire damage, so this will drop our good buddy here down to 19, our good buddy here down to 18. The Tachyon will drop down to 18, and we're going to lose 1 point here. 2 points here on the device. Destroy H-2 hero ongoing and or item cards. Unfortunately, that means this weather pattern gets destroyed. However, that does mean I can now do up to 3 targets, 2 sonic damage each. So I will do that. 2 here. I'm now at 11 over here, so I'm going to keep that swapped out. Finally, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP H-2 melee damage, which means 1 total. And then every hero target gets 1 more melee damage, so he's down to 17. The device is down to 3. Tachyon loses 1. And Tempest is down 1. Not a great turn. We're starting to get hurt pretty hard. We're going to need some weather here. We need to take out this freaking fleet here. So I got a play card. It's going to be tricky. I don't have anything useful this time around. I can deal 1 target 2 melee damage. I can then draw a card. I can also deal up to 3 targets, I think total, 3 sonic damage each, which would be helpful. I think that gets me even closer to knocking out that ship. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the 1 shot here and deal 3 sonic damage to each of these things. So that is going to kill the guard here. We are going to flip this over. This is going to bring our ship here to 14, and it's going to bring our Field Marshal Tamar down to 1. Then I can activate a power. Now I can choose to draw a card, but I don't get to then play it, and I think I'm going to do that because I kind of need to get some cards going, and then I get to draw a card at the end. And I got Lightspeed Barrage back, so that's good. All right, off to Captain Conflux here. Captain Cosmic, no starting ability, so we're going to play 1. And I feel like what I want to do is I want to play Conservation of Energy. After any construct card is destroyed, you may draw 1 card. And at the start phase, I may play 1 construct card from the trash if I do destroy that card. So that's good, but I don't have any construct cards in my trash. But this will be good because if this gets destroyed, then I can draw a card. Now I can use my power. The construct here is going to heal 3 HP. And then I deal 4 melee damage, and I'm going to do it to the Marshal. I'm wondering if I should do that to the Marshal, or if I should do that over here. I'm going to do it over here so I can try to take this out. Do I have a way to take that character out? Electrical Storm is +1 lightning damage dealt by Tempest. Yeah, I think I'm going to target the device over here because I can now take it out. So I'm going to do 4 melee damage over here. That's my power card, so now I draw. And finally, Tempest gets to go. They get to play a card. I'm going to do +1. This is going to give me +1 lightning damage dealt by Tempest. And now I get to deal each non-hero target 1 projectile damage. But since I've got the +1 lightning damage, everybody gets 2 damage. The Field Marshal is going to be at 7. However, this will take out the fleet. They're dead. They're gone. That's amazing. All right. And Voss up here no longer has these in play. And the reason that that's important is I just did 2 damage up here. So he actually does go down to 85. Yay. On to the environment phase. Do I remember to draw a card? I did not. Ongoing limited. After you play any weather card, you may draw 1 card. Oh, that's interesting. It gives me a little bit more control over the environment. Hangar Bay. Ongoing. Dome. When this card is destroyed, each target deals itself 1 fixed psychic damage. This basically allows you to discard item cards and then replace them. So that's kind of neat. All right, we're going to go over here. Start phase. If there are no gene-bound cards in play, flip. We're now on to Super Thorathian Warrior. When this card flips to this side, discover one device. All right, so there we go. We've discovered one device. TGF Stalwart. It's a 15. Holy moly, that is deadly. That is very deadly. That's going to be 5 damage to 2 different targets. I think we have a new priority here. Let's see. Start phase. Reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it is a gene-bound card, play it. Otherwise, return it to the top of the deck. One shot. Nope. So that goes back up here. End phase. First, we play a card. It's a one-shot. Shuffle the villain trash into the villain deck. Discover 1 Tachyon card. Discover 2 gene-bound cards. Holy cow. This is bad. This is bad. Let's go ahead and put this one shot here in the trash. This is really bad. This is another one where I'm kind of curious as to how I was supposed to do anything about it. There's a bug here. All right, so we're discovering 1 Tachyon and 2 gene-bound. There's the 1 Tachyon. There's 1 gene-bound, and then there's the second gene-bound. This sucks. This is just going to be nasty. Like, this is enough damage, I think, to take out one of my characters. I do not know how I'm supposed to deal with this at this point. All right, end phase. There are no other start phases. Okay. Grand Warlord Voss deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 energy damage. So that will be anybody I want it to be. Grand Warlord Voss deals the hero target with the lowest HP 1 fire damage. Well, that is now the same character. All right, over here to Tamar. Hero target with the highest HP takes 1 damage. And then Gene-bound deals every hero target 2 damage. So that's going to drop down to 14. That's going to drop down to 12. That's going to drop down to 15. And we put 2 on the device, and I'm a little worried here. I think I'm going to lose the device this round. Let's see. Deals the 2 non-villain targets with the highest HP energy damage. Good Lord. So that's going to drop her down to 9. That's going to drop him down to 10. Discover 1 Gene-bound or Tachyon card. Destroy H-2 ongoing and or item cards. So that'll be 1 ongoing or item card. I'll destroy this one. I think that's probably the better one to go with. Discover 1 Gene-bound card. Like, this is just really a bad combo of cards here. I mean, this is just brutal. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. Each hero target is dealt 2 psychic damage. Oh, and I was supposed to use the reactions at some point here. So the first time that I got hurt, this did not have any damage, so I could not do the 3 HP. Can do 4 melee damage to something, which I'm not sure what the point of that would be. I think I kind of messed this up. All right, we'll do it to this one. I don't know what I'm supposed to do at this point. I mean, this is just ridiculous. also lost track of who I've done damage to. I think I already lowered her for the Sonic. This is going to destroy the item. He's going to go down to 10. And he's going to go down to 8. Hero character with the most ongoing cards gets 3 Sonic damage. Well, there's only one character like that. Each hero target 2 cold damage. And then the hero target with the lowest HP 2 energy damage. So Tempest is now at 1. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry, that is flat out ridiculous. We went from this to this without any possible reaction time. And I that's just wrong. That's just wrong. That's bad game design. Holy cow. All right. Well, I mean, we're going to die. There's nothing I can really do about it. I can play that, and that'll allow me to play one more card. I'm going to play Melee Nimble Strike, which allows me to draw another card. Plus, I get to deal 1 target 2 melee damage, so at least I get to take out this freaking Thorathian. Then I'll activate this power to target 1 melee damage. It'll destroy this card. And that gets gone. Because keep in mind, as soon as we go to the next round, this guy flips back to his other side. Because there's 2 Gene Bounds in play. Unless I can have like a really effective round. I get to draw 1 more card. I mean, I guess I'll play I'll play the Autonomous Blade. Because I don't think there's anything else I can play. Play this card next to a hero target. After that target deals damage for the first time each turn. This card deals 1 target 3 energy damage. So we'll focus on doing... That's going to do a total of 6 energy damage. It'll take out one of these other ones. We'll take this one out because that's sonic damage. So that dude's dead. That was the power, so now I draw another card. If it seems like I've checked out, I've checked out. I've completely checked out. Lightning Blast would be good. It would allow me to do 2 damage, and then I'll get 2 more damage. Okay, I'm playing Atlantean Stormblade because after any weather card is destroyed, Tempest deals 1 target lightning damage. And I think what that means is that it will take out one of these other ones, except not quite. Yeah, I can't. That's not going to work. I mean, I could go with this weather one, which would allow me to restore 3 HP to everybody. But that ship is doing a huge amount of damage, and there's nothing I can do about it. Absolutely nothing. When I destroy a card, does it have to be from my hand or from the play area? It doesn't say. I'm not seeing anything about that. I feel like that would be just wrong. So the what I'm looking up is whether or not I can destroy a card from my hand. But except I think that is why trash. Or sorry, discard. So under discard, it actually says it means from their hand unless indicated otherwise. But trash doesn't actually, or destroy doesn't actually specify from the play area. So I'm going to go ahead and say that I can do this. And if I'm wrong, I'm sure you'll tell me. But I think either way, it's going to be a pretty quick video. All right, so I'm playing this. We're going to activate this power. Tempest deals 1 target 3 irreducible target damage, then destroy 1 weather card. So we will go ahead and hit, let's say, the Psyweaver. Yeah, because it's each hero target on that one. That's going to be the most damage that can do. So we'll do 3 here. And then we do a 4th because of the other weather card that we have in play. But more importantly, I'm now going to destroy a weather card from my hand. I'm going to destroy one of these rolling fogs. Anytime a weather card is destroyed, Tempest deals 1 target 1 lightning damage, but that gets increased to 2. So this actually comes out. And then I draw a card. And so we won't flip to the other side, but I mean, this is still kind of a moot point anyway. All right, security station, ongoing dome. All right, so what this does is it reveals the top card of the environment deck. And if it's ongoing, play it, otherwise discard. So we discard that. And this is not ongoing, so that gets discarded. All right, so now we're on to the villain phase. So now the villain phase, we have just 1 gene-bound player, so we don't flip this. We are going to reveal this as part of the start phase. It's not a gene-bound card, otherwise we return it to the top of the deck. So now we actually do our play card. 1 shot, when this card is ongoing, when this card is destroyed, shuffle the villain trash into the villain deck, then discover H gene-bound cards. On the next stage, destroy that card. All right, end phase. Hero target with the highest HP -1 energy damage. So 2 energy damage to, it looks like Captain Cosmic at this point, who no longer has his reaction, which is a bummer. Target with the lowest HP, 1 fire damage. That'll unfortunately be our Tempest here, and Tempest is now taken out. All right. Deals the 2 non-villain targets with the highest HP 5 energy damage. Well, that'll be our good friend Captain Cosmic, who drops down to 1, and Tachyon down to 2. Discover 1 gene-bound or a Thorathian card. That's a 1-shot. Gene-bound. Destroy H -2, so 1 ongoing or item card. There are none. Discover 1 gene-bound card, so I should have just kept going. I think all the gene-bounds are in, a lot of the gene-bounds are now in the trash. This card is a hero target with the lowest HP to energy damage. Well, that will now take out Captain Cosmic. So he's down. Hero with the highest HP takes 2 projectile damage. And that character's down. And that's it. We've lost the game. This bugged me. I don't know if it was bad luck or if it's just the nature of the deck, but that bugged me because it felt like it was a really negative situation to happen, and there was nothing I could do with it. There was nothing I could mitigate. There was no way I could predict it. There was nothing. Maybe it's just being used to the different characters and knowing what characters, knowing the villains and knowing what characters go up against it. But that really felt to me like it was just this bad sequence of events, and there was nothing to mitigate it. And it's because of this end phase stuff, and so many of them having things in the end phase. And we win what, from 1 to 6 cards? So suddenly I've got like this extra like 30 damage that's coming out, and there's just not enough to protect that. I don't know with this one if it would be better just to keep him on the other side and then continue to hammer away at the gene bounds. Because I got to think that if you can get the gene bounds into the trash, then maybe you've got a shot. But he's got those recycles in there as well. I don't know. This was not an enjoyable experience to me by any stretch. It never felt like I had much of a chance, and it did not feel... It felt frustrating more than anything else. Maybe it's this choice of combination of characters doesn't really work. I don't know. But that's pretty much where that is. Thank you for joining me. I will be back. There are 2 more villains. I don't think I'm going to do both of them, but there are also events in this thing. So what I might do is I might go back to Baron Blade and pull out an event and try to incorporate an event into it, or however the events works. I don't actually know yet. But for now, just do all the YouTube things. Click like, click subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.